On her wedding night, every time, the woman's husband would mysteriously cough up blood and die. She had already married 18 husbands, and none survived. All the men in the village knew she was a husband killer, yet they couldn't resist her allure. It was as if she possessed a strange power that no man could withstand. When her first husband died, the daughter thought her father had simply fallen ill and quickly summoned a doctor. But the doctor only sniffed the corpse and seemed to understand immediately. He asked if the man had acted strangely before death, but the woman insisted nothing unusual had happened. He had simply gone to bed as usual and never woke up. The daughter, however, remembered hearing laughter and strange watery sounds from her mother's room that night. The woman gave no explanation and hastily buried her husband with the neighbor's help. Soon after, the neighbor proposed to her right at the funeral. The daughter was furious, but despite her protests, her mother married him the very next day. That night, the strange sound returned, and by morning the neighbor was also dead in the bridal chamber. People began whispering the woman had killed 2 men in a row, and her reputation as a deadly husband killer spread throughout the countryside. The daughter thought her mother would stop, but instead she lost all restraint. One after another, she kept marrying until she had taken 18 husbands in total. Each one died on the wedding night without exception. Strangely, the more husbands she buried, the more radiant and youthful she became. What puzzled the daughter most was that, despite her terrifying reputation, countless men still fought to marry her. When the daughter confronted her, the woman snapped that she was still young and beautiful, and wealthy men were lining up to propose. The daughter tried to reason with her, but her mother ignored her pleas. Soon after, the daughter discovered another proposal letter, this time from her own childhood matchmaker. Shocked, she asked him why he would propose to a known husband killer. He replied that he truly loved her mother and believed he could survive where others had not. He even hinted that there was a deeper reason so many men were drawn to her. Because so many suitors had gathered, the woman made them line up and chose her next husband from among them. The daughter, terrified her mother might pick her childhood matchmaker, begged her not to. She demanded to know the truth about the men's deaths and the strange sounds from the bridal chamber. But her mother only said that there were things the daughter would understand when she grew older, that she had her own hardships and no choice in the matter. Finally, the woman promised that this marriage would be her last. No matter who she chose, it would end there. Reluctantly, the daughter agreed, believing her mother would not pick her childhood matchmaker. But against all odds, luck was on his side. This time, there was no suspense. The man chosen was the childhood matchmaker. The crowd praised the choice, remarking on his strong build, his muscular frame like that of a young bull. The daughter immediately protested, insisting that her mother must not pick him. But the man himself stepped forward, saying he was willing, that he liked her mother, and he would not go back on his word. The rules of the selection were clear. Once chosen, there was no turning back. The daughter grew anxious and tried to block the marriage, but her mother ordered her to step aside. Her childhood matchmaker, too, told her to stop interfering, even assuming she had spoken well of him to her mother to influence the decision. Frustrated and helpless, the daughter could only watch as the arrangements were made. That very afternoon, the wedding was held, and by nightfall, her mother and her childhood matchmaker entered the bridal chamber. The daughter panicked. She tried once more to warn him. Every man who had married her mother had died the very next morning, and the strange watery sounds always came from the bridal room. Late that night, as silence filled the household, the daughter once again heard it, the same chilling, splashing sound echoing from her mother's room. Her heart sank. It's happening again, she thought. Fearing for her childhood matchmaker's life, she steeled herself. This time, she would not simply stand by. She resolved to uncover the truth behind her mother's deadly secret. The moment she opened the door, what she saw shocked her.